Greetings everybody, this is Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to All the Mods 9 to the Sky. Today, we're going to focus on some quality of life tool upgrades. We're going to upgrade our meshes, and we're going to make some new friends. So I expanded the base a tiny bit, just added 3 chunks worth of area, including one of grass, and we have friends now. 4 sheep have come to visit, and we are going to force them to do our eternal bidding. First thing we're going to do is make you all wear the same uniform. Thank you very much for complying with our dress code. The next thing I want to talk about are just a couple of quality of life upgrades for us up here on a Skyblock. The first of which is a backpack and some kind of crafting that we can carry around with us. So a backpack crafting upgrade. So the backpacks we're going to use are from Sophisticated Backpacks. I'm going to start with the regular one, and it's just leather, 4-string, and a chest. It's good. It just basically doubles your inventory, but we also have a little bit of ore, and so we can upgrade this to the copper backpack. So upgrading our backpack to copper gives us an extra 2 rows of inventory, which is a really nice way to be able to carry all your tools around with you. But I also want to be able to craft in here, so I'm going to utilize the upgrade slot for a crafting upgrade. The crafting upgrade starts with an upgrade base, which is just string, iron, and leather. And then if we add a crafting table and a chest to that, we get a sophisticated backpacks. I'm double checking because sometimes I make the upgrade for the wrong mod. Crafting upgrade for the sophisticated backpack. If I put this in here, now when I open my backpack with a hotkey, I also have a crafting grid. So I don't have to run around looking for a crafting table every time I want to make some. Our backpack will fit in our curios slot on our back, and there's actually a hotkey for this. So if you want to change your hotkeys, go to Options, Controls, and Keybinds, and scroll down until you see the mod that you want to change. They are usually in alphabetical order, so we're going to scroll down to the S's. For sophisticated backpacks, by default, opening the backpack is bound to the B key. I like to use the plus key. So now every time I hit the plus key on my number pad, I will be able to open my backpack. It's so nice. It's such a great way to clean up my inventory, and it's cute too. Speaking of cute, you can also dye the backpacks. So if we take it off our back and put it in a crafting grid with any color dye, it changes the border colors on it. So now I have a yellow backpack, which is pretty cool. Speaking of dyes, did you know that All the Mods 9 has a unique feature to help you get dyes from some of the smaller flowers in Minecraft? If you just right click with bone meal, it increases the number of flowers into a flower patch, and when you break them, you get 4 flowers. So then you could replant those 4, use bone meal on them, and multiply your flowers to get as much dye as you need. That's one of those really nice quality of life things in the Skyblock. The next thing I wanted to make was a building gadget, but if we look at its recipe, we can see that yes, we have the iron and the redstone and the lappy, but we don't have any diamonds yet. In order to get diamonds, we need to upgrade our mesh to iron. And while I'm reluctant to spend what little iron we have, I think it's worth 36 of them to upgrade at least 9 of our meshes. So I'm going to pull 9 out of here. These are flint meshes currently. And if we throw them in a crafting grid with 4 iron, we can upgrade them to the iron level. And this is the first level at which we start getting diamonds and emeralds. I'm very excited about this. I want to get to sifting. But before we sift, I have a problem in my storage. We have this lovely barrel full of ore chunks, which is nice. It means we have a lot of bling. However, handcrafting these into their respective ores is kind of a pain. And here's where sophisticated storage is going to help us out. I'm actually just going to add an upgrade to that barrel, and that barrel will automatically craft those ore chunks into their proper ores. So if we go back to all of our sophisticated storage upgrade options, the one that we want is a compacting upgrade. So this compacts items into their compressed variants for only 2x2 recipes. And it's not that expensive. It's just an upgrade base, 4 pistons, and some iron. Now the upgrade base is 4 iron, but I think we can handle it. So if I grab a couple pieces of redstone, and let's make our 4 pistons and our upgrade base and 2 more redstone, we have a compacting upgrade. And then if we stick this in here, make sure it's on, and we want to say allow, works in the GUI as well, compact anything. And then I think we have to reset this by removing all the items. Let me get rid of stuff that's in my inventory. Our backpack is already coming in handy. Let me empty my inventory so I can pull out all of the chunks. And then I believe as long as it's engaged, we have to tell it which items we want it to compact. We want it to do iron, gold, copper, aluminum, osmium, nickel, lead, silver, and tin. We're going to miss out on the zinc, but I think we'll live for now. We can always make this an advanced compacting upgrade. The advanced compacting gives us more filtering options. So I think that's good for now. If we chuck all these in here, look, it's automatically compacting them for us. Everything except for our zinc. That's so cool. So that saves us room in the storage, as well as automating another little piece of the process. And that's part of my goal for this series, especially for the first handful of episodes. It's to give you little small tips and tricks to help you make your way through the mod without jumping so far ahead that you get lost or confused or stuck on something more advanced. So now that we can chuck all of our chunks into our barrel and not have to worry about crafting them, let's go ahead and grab some of our gravel that I've been processing. How many should we grab? All the gravel. And let's see what kind of loot we get from our new upgraded mesh. Oh, I can already see emeralds. All the chunks. Give me a diamond. I think the diamond is like a 3% chance. So we should get a couple. I just want 2 diamonds, enough to make a building gadget. And then we're going to have to figure out power. Come on, diamonds. Diamonds? I have diamonds. Aha! Diamonds! Okay, let's keep going. It occurs to me as I'm sieving this that when we next upgrade our backpack, we could probably add a compacting and a pickup upgrade to our backpack and have our ore chunks automatically compacted and picked up by our backpack. We should look into that. We're working on the last stack of gravel. We've already got 9 diamonds. Can we make it to 10? Take your bets. We haven't got any diamonds in like the last 4 stacks. Nope. But let's take a look at our loot anyway. Oh, we did very good. We got some good iron, 11 emeralds, and 9 diamonds. That is fantastic. We're going to add those to our gems chest. We're going to add all of our ore chunks to the ore chunks chest and watch it roll up into the ores without any effort on our part, which is amazing. So let's take our 2 diamonds and a couple of redstone and some of our iron and make ourselves a building gadget. Oh, I'm missing 1 lappy. Dun, dun. Nice. Okay, I have a building gadget, which is going to help us build quite a bit, but I have no power. But I think that's a problem for future Winnie, because today I promised you we would be working on a mob farm. And I have set up a space back here behind our working area for exactly that purpose. We have gone down 1 chunk and over 1 chunk. And if I bring up the chunk borders, you can see that on here. And that's because we need to be at least 24 blocks away from any mobs that spawn. And I'm also going to need to build a little bit of a drop chamber because we're going to use campfires to dispatch our mobs and collect the loot with hoppers under them. And the campfires put out a normal level of light, like a torch. So we're going to have any blocks we want mobs to spawn on, at least 16 blocks away from the campfires. So much of Minecraft is about math. It's amazing. So that's why you see 2 different levels here. At this level, along our scarily high in the air platform, this is where we're actually going to have the mobs spawn. And then we're going to set up some water and have them washed down into a tube. So let me gather the materials we need to make that collection system, and I'll be right back. I want to bring you back for some of the crafting for the pieces that we're going to use in this. Part of the reason is that I'm going to use remote redstone from the create mod, and I want to show you how we're going to do that. We're going to be using the redstone links, and we get 2 of them per craft, so it's a pretty cheap recipe. We just need a brass casing, and a brass casing is just taking a stripped piece of wood and putting a brass ingot on it. And to get a brass ingot in this pack through all the ores, we can make brass dust, which is just 3 copper dust and 1 zinc dust. And that is totally doable. So 3 copper, 1 zinc. And if we grab our little copper ore hammer here, we can turn all of those into dust. and then put them in a crafting grid, and we get 4 brass dust. And all we need to do is throw that brass dust in our furnaces, and we should get some brass ingots. And then I just need a couple of stripped logs, and we just whack them, that's a right click, into a brass casing. Super easy. In fact, let's make a couple more just in case we need them. But for now, we just need 1 redstone torch and 1 brass casing, and we get 2 redstone links, which is very easy. I want to demonstrate the way this works very quickly. Let's take 4 of our glowstone and make a redstone lamp out of it, because a redstone lamp is a really great way to demonstrate some redstone contraptions. So here's a line of redstone. This is just a way to carry a redstone signal across a distance. And so if I press this button, which gives it a redstone signal, it lights up the lamp, right? But this has to be a connected line, like there's no space between these 2 blocks. If instead I take our redstone link and put it on top of the redstone block, and I put the other one over here, they're not touching, right? And if I shift click this one, you'll see a little antenna like satellite appears on it. That turns this into the receiver. So now if I gave this redstone link a signal, it'll turn on that lamp. Pretty cool, right? And that's what we're gonna do. I want the water washing to be automatic in our mob farm. So when we look over there and see a bunch of mobs hanging out at night, we can push the button right by our work area and it'll turn on the water, wash all the mobs down into the kill chamber, and then we can push the button again and it'll turn the water off. That means that the other things we're going to need for this are a couple of hoppers and some campfires, which we have. We're also going to need 4 dispensers. Those are pretty easy to make. It's just a piece of redstone dust and a bow, and boy, do we have string. So if I make 4 bows and 4 dispensers, dun, dun, because we're also going to be building a big ugly mob farm to start with, I'd like to do a little bit of minimal decorating. So we're going to make the mason table from the chipped mod so that we can make our cobblestone look a little better. We just need some logs, clay balls, iron ingots, a crafting table, and some bricks. And there is a mason table. So if I take this and open up and select cobble and single cobble, we can pick any of these patterns. I think I'm going to be kind of boring and just go with some cobblestone bricks, and it'll turn every piece of cobblestone in our inventory into that. We're going to start with the upper platform. So we're going to go out 4 blocks and then just fill it all in. Just going to make a big giant square in the sky. Count these again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we need to wrap this in 1 more block. Otherwise, our water will not stay where it's supposed to. It'll fall into our drop chamber there. You know, I thought I made some stone. I did. Let's make some stone walls. That way they're not spawnable, but our mobs can't get out and sit on the edge. There we go. Okay, now, if I put a water bucket there, nice. See how it stops right before our drop area? In case it's unclear, the regular cobblestone is where we want the mobs to fall. So we're going to poke holes in here in each of the 4 corners. And we're going to stick our dispensers in them with the dispensing side up. That's the little black dot. Oh, and we do need to make more wireless. I need 3 more of the wireless gizmos from Create. So it was fortuitous that I made these. There we go. Now we have 1 to keep here and 4 to put out there. We're going to make a little table right behind our work area. We're going to put our button and our redstone link here, and we want to give this redstone link an ID. So on the side where the antenna is in the red box, I'm going to click it with a bone, right? So that's the mob farm frequency. So we'll save that bone, and we're going to do the same thing to our receivers. And I'm going to make sure, yes, that does get a redstone signal. Perfect. And we want to use a button on this because a dispenser releases water with a redstone signal, and then it needs another redstone signal to suck the water back inside. So a button is perfect for this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open that. Hopefully that's right over where it needs to be. And this is a perfect place to use our balloon. Oh, it's still a little scary. I'm not going to lie. Okay, if we hold shift, we can do that and then grab our bone and put it in the red. Other most important thing is shift right click to turn this into a receiver, right? So the little satellite thing appears. Okay, that's one. Don't fall into the void. Did I bring any more? No. Lost my little magic balloon. I gotta make another one. Fine, we'll just make one for each corner. And probably be smarter about where we put it. Maybe inside. So we don't lose it. Okay, we won't go too far here. There we go. Click our bone on the red. Use an empty hand to shift right click on it to set the signal as a receiving signal. And then let's run over here. Do the same thing. Redstone link, bone on the red. Shift click to turn it into a receiver. The balloon on the stick is my new favorite thing on the planet. Okay, bone on the red. Shift right click to turn it into a receiver. There we go. Now, moment of truth. Always test your redstone. Press our button. I see water. Oh, it's coming out. Ah! I'm so glad we didn't set anything up there. There we go. Works perfectly. Washing all the critters away to their fate. Press the button again. And we could probably put a gate here so that we could get in here if we needed to, because the gate will hold the water back just as well. And I think I've already crafted some. Do we have any gates? No. God. I hear a cow. Hello, sir. What are you doing here? Did you come to say hi? We have 2 cows and another sheep. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, you guys, hold on. I want y'all to come with me, please. Like, I would keep them over there, but we want more things to spawn. Where are all my leads? I turned them into balloons. Hold on. Mr. Cow, come with me, please. Could you hang out right there for me? Thank you. The whole purpose of this green space is to spawn the passive mobs, and I'm so glad it's working. Come here, cow. Nice. Okay, Mr. Sheep. Unfortunately, I mean, I realize you're just a peaceful sheep doing what sheep do. We're eating mutton tonight. Okay, where were we? Gates. Ta-da! Let's work on the actual collection system now that we've got the how to get the mobs down where we want them figured out. And for this, I think we're just going to use a double chest to start with. And then take our hoppers, pointing the hoppers at one another as you set them down, making sure that first one is pointed into the end of the chest. And then we're just going to set 4 campfires on top of here. And then use our oh so fancy cobble to build up a little tube around this in that attractive way that all early mob farms are, while trying not to die on the campfire. Now, I have already measured this out. I think we're 18 blocks from the campfire, so we're not going to have any issues with light. And there we go. Woo! Ouch. Super ugly starter mob farm in the sky. I think we're good to go there, and the sun is setting. So let's see if we get anything. So I'm going to clean out my inventory, and hopefully while I'm just puttering around the base, something will spawn, and I'll bring you back when we get our first mobs. Y'all are not the mobs I'm looking for. Seriously, did I mention we need food? I'm going to die and lose my 41 levels, you jerks. Ow! Poop. Seriously? So rude. Where'd you go? Come back here. I should have made a bow. Did I mention I should have made a bow? Yeah. There's one. Swoopy face. Haha! Membrane. 2 membranes. That's not bad. What were we doing? Mobs! Look! Look at all the mobs spawning on our mob farm. Oh, I'm so excited. Are we ready? I did not account for spiders because I just don't care. Water. Down they go. Water off. They're perishing on the campfires. Nice. Oh, and my bricks. Not too shabby for cheesy starter Skyblock mob farm. I know it's big and ugly, but it works. It totally works. Thanks, you Create Mod, for your remote redstone that's so cheap in this pack. Let's remove our death marker. I think in the next episode, not only are we going to find a power solution, but I'm going to find a way to store my levels. Oh my God, 41 levels. Rip. With a working mob farm, an upgrade to our sieves, and animal spawning, and some quality of life upgrades, I think that's all we have time for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. It helps me out and I appreciate it. In the meantime, remember, you are all the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.